Elish Moshe Anoshim Shelach Moshe Losuris Oretz. These are the names of the Anoshim who Moshe had sent to scout out the land. Yikra Moshe LeYoshe Benun Yoshua. And Moshe called Hoshea Benun Yoshua. He added a yud to his name. Rashi. Yikra Moshe LeHoshea. Mispalo Lolo. Mispalo, he prayed for him. Ko Yoshiacho Miatzas Meraglim. Hashem should help you, should save you from the plottings of the Meraglim. Okay. So over here, the Sefarno points out, if until this point he was called Hoshea, so then the Yud is what? To indicate this. Hashem should save him from the plottings of the Meraglim. But we find earlier, when he went to war with Amalek, he was already called Yeshua then. He's referred to as Yeshua already. So take a look at the Sefarno. Sefarno says, Omasho Yonoda B'Shivto Lishchayil B'Shem Hoshea. He was a person who was special. He was like a person of great capability. He was known as Hoshea. Yeshua was from Shevet. What Shevet? Ephraim. Okay? Good. Says Shenikra L'maylu Yoshua, and he's already known before. He's referred to as Yoshua. Le'shem Moshe Rabbeinu Korlo Kain L'chavod. That he called him then Yoshua, it was a name of distinction. Why? L'spal Olav Sheyanosha V'Sheyoshia L'Acherim. That he should be assisted, and he should assist others. That's the connotation of the Yud Yoshua. Hoshea means you should be saved. Yoshua, it's both. You should be able to save others, but then it's already a little different. So when it says over here, he called him, so here also, it's bringing it up over here, because here, Yoshua should what? Should be able to save others and be saved over here. So it's not it was here specifically. Not specifically here. Right? So over here, there's no Rechaim HaKodesh, points out that, and really it's a medrash. It's mentioned in the Chuma, here did the letter Yud. Now the question is, where did the Yud come from? It's a Yud, is Ko Yoshiachem, it's Kut, Yud. So, but the medrash says Yud. Well, that's a medrash. The Sorai, that Sora said she wants the Yud to be used since in the future she already foresaw this serious problem happen. She wanted the Yud should be attached to Yoshua, that in her merit, he should be able to see it correctly and do whatever he has to do. But he said, but the medrash says the Yud corresponds to the 10 Meraglim. That he took over their position. That he added the Yud, that he should have, he had calling the 2. It's against 10. So how does one stand against 10? So by giving the Yud, which corresponds to the number, he has the ability of all 10. That the siyata d'shmai that he will have is to be able to stand up against 10. That's why it's Yud and not another letter. So it's more than just Ko Yoshiach Hashem. It's the Yud. Because factually they all forfeited their share. In Olam Haba, and they forfeited their portion of Eretz was given to him. It was given to Yeshua, the Gemara says. Kolev received Hebron. But Yeshua received their portion, the portion of the Meraglim. So he had wherever it was, wherever they were. He had interests. Okay? No. Yeah, the Orchheimer says that. But it's interesting, there's a famous Chofetz Chaim. Chofetz Chaim says, why did he pray for Yeshua? Why did he pray for Kalev? Right, famous Chofetz Chaim al Torah. Anybody remember what he says? I don't know if I mentioned before. I don't think so. Yeshua was what? Was a student of Moshe Rabbeinu. Yeshua was what? Was Torah. Moshe Rabbeinu, as the Gemara says, is, I'm just embellishing the Chofetz Chaim. The Gemara says, what's the difference between Moshe and Aaron? The Gemara says, mitzvah lasos pshara. That a dayan, a judge, he should always try to mediate between the two defendants. There's a mitzvah to make a pshara, to mediation. There should be a compromise. Moshe's position was, Yaakov adina sahar. Moshe says, if there's a mountain in your way, you pierce the mountain. It's exactly what it has to be. Why? Because Moshe is Torah, Torah's emes. You don't compromise truth. Regardless, even people agree, you have to establish truth. Yeshua was exactly the same way. Moshe killed the Egyptian. He came to Midian, he fought off the attackers against the daughters of Yisrael. Could not tolerate, regardless of whatever the consequence would be, it wasn't part of the consideration. That was Moshe Rabbeinu. That's Moshe. Yeshua is the same. Now he goes to Meraglim and he sees issues. He sees where they're going. They'll openly protest. Won't want nothing to do with them. So they'll recognize immediately who he is. They may kill him. Physically, they may kill him. So the Kol Yoshiach Hashem is not from the Atzas Meraglim. Doesn't mean he's going to be influenced by them. You're only influenced if you play the game and you allow yourself to be part of them. Yeshua, the whole time, he kept separate from them. He didn't associate with them. So if he's maintaining his position, clearly he's opposed to them, they may, L'Shem Shemaim, they'll kill him. Kol Yoshiach Hashem Atzas Meraglim, they shouldn't be able to do anything to him. Kolev, we see, he was undercover. They didn't know who he was. It was only later they realized when he spoke up. When a person goes and he doesn't openly oppose, there are certain subliminal influences, and you can be drawn in. Therefore, Moshe wasn't concerned he'd be killed. He wasn't concerned he'd be killed. So that's why Kolev had to go be mispal, but Kivri Ovos had to go to Mors Machpelah to pray that he shouldn't be drawn into that plot. Because he didn't openly, continuously oppose them, he was being influenced. He engaged with their conversation, he heard their positions, and outwardly he agreed with them, outwardly. Because that was his ploy. Eventually he's going to reveal who he really is. But the question is, do you survive it? Are you going to make it to the end? So therefore, he prostrated himself on the graves of the Avos to give him the ability, to be able to survive it. Okay, that's the way the Chofetz Chaim explains it. So it's not he prayed, Atzas Meraglim, he shouldn't be drawn into the machinations. That because of their plotting, they shouldn't kill him. Physically, he shouldn't be harmed. Okay, it's the Chofetz Chaim. Hashem says each one. Hashem picked it. It says no. He said it should be the Nisim. Each right? It's explicit. Ish echod lemate avos d'shloch kol nosi bohem. It says explicitly kol nosi.
So the Meraglim, the idea of the Meraglim is not a bad idea.
The question is what your intent is. I mean, the Orach Chaim speaks. I mean, we find Yeshua sent spies too. Pinchas and Kolev were sent. Right? The story Yericho. It's fine. That's not a problem. It's only a question how to conquer. And Moshe Rabbeinu believed that initially. He initially believed that was their intent. It wasn't to see, is it conquerable or not? If that would have been the issue, he wouldn't have allowed them to go. Hashem says you're going to conquer the land. There's no problem. If it's a question how to conquer, okay. So that you send spies. The weak points, what's the best way to conquer? We have a standing army, right? We have a standing army, right? Conscription was the age of 20 and above. Went through a whole thing. How many people would each tribe and so on and so forth. They were counted for that reason. Right? Kol Yetzi Tzova Yisrael. So it's fine to go to how to conquer. But their intent was, is it conquerable? We're going to see, can you conquer? What do you mean, can you conquer? Hashem says you're going to conquer it. What's the problem? Right? So that they concealed. That they concealed their intent from Moshe. Person wants to commit murder. Doesn't God know your intent? You know something? You only get the cake if you deserve it. You don't get it, then you're out. You're out of the box, finished. You know, you want the insurance payment? You have to do what the insurance company wants. Otherwise, you don't get it. Lahavdil elef avdolos. Right? Endless, even more than that. Okay. Okay. But Yishlach also, it's interesting what he says over there. It says he should be saved and he should save others. That's the Yud. The Sforno is the same thing. It says when Masparo drew Moshe Rabbeinu out of the Nile, it says she called him Moshe. Ki min hamayim shisiu. So the Sforno, take a look at the Sforno there. He says she saw right away it was a miracle. How do you survive? The type of basket it was, he should have drowned. Just as Hashem gave you the ability to survive, evidently you surviving. He wants you to survive for a reason. That you should be able to assist others to survive. As Hashem allowed you to survive miraculously, evidently that clearly says you were only meant to survive to help others survive. That lies within the emotion. Ki min hamayim, that you were able to be drawn from the water indicates that you have value, and once you value, as you were assisted, you should assist others. Similarly, Yoshua, Hoshea Yoshua, to be assisted and to assist others. That's the significance of the Yud. To be continued.